You are watching T to the M to the I D D.
This is like the hassle.
Did you come up here earlier?
I think not.
Good.
Oh, wow.
The only one with the flash.
The only one.
I'm walking away. I'm not wasting no more time tonight. Either we're fighting or we do this right. No more drama, can we keep it light? I don't wanna fight, no. When the sun goes down tonight, when the sun goes down tonight, when the sunset shines tonight, I'm on your side, I'm on your side. When the sun goes
That
down
is
tonight,
fire!
when the sun goes down tonight, when the sunset shines tonight, I'm on your side. Hey, there's something in the air tonight. I love it when you treat me right. 'Cause there's something in the air tonight. I don't wanna fight, no. I'm walking away.
Perfect, perfect.
Baby, let me know if that's okay.
Standing, sir?
Yeah, standing still.
An issue, then it's
I'm gonna fire these off. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
don't wanna fight.
Fire, fire.
No,
Fire, fire. 1, 2, 3.
sunset shines tonight, I'm on your side.
Yeah, fire. 1, 2, 3.
Sun goes down tonight. When the sun goes down tonight, when the sunset shines tonight.
I'm gonna fire them off. So you just move, alright? Face me. Perfect, perfect. I like that, I like that. 1, 2. Yeah, that's fire. Let me bring this down just a little bit. 1, 2. Yeah, that's the vibes right there. Hold on, 1. I'm gonna fire these off right here, alright? 1, 2, 3.
There's something in the air tonight. I love it when you treat me right. 'Cause there's something in the air tonight. I don't wanna fight, no. When the sun goes down tonight.
So, question for you. Do you like the look of the flash?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's not.
Okay.
I trust you.
Yeah, you trust me? Alright, 1, 2. Fire, fire, fire. Oh, that's it right there. That's it right there. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2. Fire. Let's get, can you come through here a little bit? Actually, yeah, because that light hitting you perfectly right there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's fire right there. Alright. We are good.
Good to go!
Good to go.
D to the motherfucking D!
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I really hope that you enjoyed that behind the scenes. Now, one of the questions that I get all the time is, T-Mid, how did you edit this? How do you edit? How do you cut a grade? And that is what I'm here to assist you with now. This video is sponsored by Aperty, and today we are going to use their software to edit some of the images from this video. Now, this software is very unique, and the technology that it is in this software gets me very, very excited. Me being a tech person and being in love with artificial intelligence, kind of hence the shirt, this is right up my alley. I do a lot of things with convolutional neural networks, AI, machine learning, and so I was excited when I got to try out this software. Now, some of the technology that kind of piqued the interest for me was the synthetic data generation, which means that they don't train their models on images from other photographers, things like that. They actually generate their own synthetic data and train their models on those. So the images that you take or I take isn't being stored somewhere for them to further train their models. They literally generate their own synthetic data. That is very innovative. The second thing is their 3D mesh, which allows 4,000 facial points, which can be utilized to adjust makeup or for facial reshaping, body reshaping. And then lastly is the face and body segmentation, which they actually have 30 classes that can be recognized within this software, which allows a greater precision and even more fidelity whenever you want to hone in on one particular area of the face or the body and make some type of change. So let's go into the software and check out how I use it to edit my portraits. So here we are in Aperty, and I already imported some of my images. Now these are all raw files except for one where I did do some color grading, but we'll talk about that one a little bit later. Now, the first thing that I like to do is, of course, do a little bit of color grading. Now, some things I will still do in Photoshop, so you can use this as a plugin and then open it into Aperty. But for this case, I'm going to go to camera profile, and I like to go to either portrait or standard. So standard for me has a little bit more contrast, so I will go with standard. Now, you might be thinking, I've used Luminar Neo, and what is the difference? And I will tell you, Aperty is more specialized for portrait photographers. You also have the automated batch retouching. So instead of having to edit photo by photo by photo, which you see down here, I can make changes to this image specifically, and I can apply it to multiple images down at the bottom. So that will save me a lot of time. You also got advanced masking technology, which I mentioned earlier with the segmentation. And then you have tools like makeup that you can use. Also advanced reshaping. You got presets and a whole other host like 3D face mesh that doesn't exist in Luminar Neo. And so this is really dedicated to portrait photographers. So from here, this is a little warm to my liking. So here we have the Essentials tab, and this is where you will make most of your adjustments that you're typically used to making. So let me just turn down the highlights. The blacks, I'll keep them right there. I don't really need to do anything with the color. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. The shadows, I'll push those up just a little bit. And so, like I said, right here you got presets. Here you have some masking. If you wanted to crop your canvas, we have the Essentials tab. And this is where I live for being a portrait photographer. Okay, now I'll go in. You see this image is plenty sharp, and I'll kind of go to the extreme, and let's click it on and off, and you can see the adjustments that has been made to her face. So let's go there. Okay, add some skin smoothing. Okay, and remember, I am very subtle. Okay, now I will take it to the extreme for this video, and you can see that's a bit too much for me. You also have the detail, which the detail for me is pretty good. Got face and skin color correction, so we can see what that does. This is pretty much good in my eyes. Dark eye. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out. The lighting and everything is pretty much good there. One thing that people do is over edit, and that can hurt your image more than it can help it. So you see right here, sometimes people take it too far. For me, this looks pretty decent, and all I did was add a color grade and do some skin retouching. And so here we have a reshape, and like I said, I don't really need to reshape anything. I like to keep it as natural as possible. And then we have a creative tab, which one pretty cool thing is you have a light source that you can pretty much interact with. And I'll add, just so you can see, if I wanted to pop her out a little bit more. So why not? Let's have some fun with the software. Okay. So you see, added a little pop to our subject. Okay. And I am happy with that. Now this is another one where let's just take this one. Let's copy it and let's see how good it does. That is pretty good. So we got a little bit of adjusting that we have to do. So if we come, let's go to the creative tab, and we're gonna turn that all the way down. All the settings don't work for everything. All right. So we're gonna turn down that. And turn down the highlights so we can see. All right. Add some contrast. All right, now let's see. All right. We go to the essentials, and let's go with standard here as well. I like standard on these. I'll warm this up just a little bit. These are shot natural light, by the way. All right. And let's see. Let's go to color. Let's add some vibrance to this. And the key is not to overdo it. All right. And so I'm going to batch edit both of these right here. All right. Okay. So this look good. I'm happy with this. I might increase the exposure here and push the shadows up. And then here, I actually can turn it down. And it's actually a bit too warm. So make sure you watch that color temperature. You don't want your images looking yellow. Okay, so I am happy with that. One thing I wanted to go a little bit more in depth with is I pulled up this image from, I shot this with the Canon R5 Mark II. Okay. And so I will show you the before. Okay. And this is the after. Okay. Now she is natural face. So you can see some of the features that I use. Like I said, I live in the retouching portion of this software. Okay. Now skin blemish, you can see, and then also the skin smoothing, which is very subtle, and dark circle removal. We can see that very, very clearly. All right, we added some face color correction as well. Face brighten. Sometimes I like to do that. It adds a nice pop. And then her eyes. Now, her eyes are naturally beautiful, but here I'm just able to enhance them a little bit more, and they really, really pop right here. So I got some iris flare, and then I got some eye enhancement, which I try not to go overboard with. So about right there, I am good. Now you got a mouth and you got a makeup tab, but for this particular image, I wouldn't really do too much with that. But let's just go with eyeliner, just so you can see. And you know, she has green eyes, so something like a magenta would be something that would make it pop. All right. I might be a makeup artist after all. All right. And then also something that I do like to do is enhance the eyebrows, because it brings definition and allows it to look a lot fuller. So I'm going to bring this back down. I'll stay with the eyebrows, but this is what you are able to do. Imagine you have multiple images that you have to do this to. Being able to apply this across multiple images is key. So this is how I am able to use Aperty in my workflow to speed up my edit, because when I'm editing videos and then I have to edit photos as well, I need something to streamline my workflow so that I'm able to do it a lot quicker. And this is what I use. Now, how can this help you in your workflow? Let me know if this is something that you see beneficial in your workflow. Speed up your process with some of those projects that you have. In the comments below, let me know, and check out Aperty in the description. T to the M to the IDD. Peace.